أشهد أن لا
Assalamu alaikum, friend of Islamic Gallery. All praise to Allah, God of the universe. Shalawat and salam poured out upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and his companions. Quran is a guideline of Muslims received by the Prophet Muhammad Shallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In the course of his da'wah, the Prophet Shallallahu Alaihi Wasallam often gets a lot of ridicule from those who do not want to accept the teachings of Islam that the Prophet Shallallahu Alaihi Wasallam brings to their midst. Not even infrequently get threats that threaten his family and friends. And thanks to Allah, it is he who knows that he has passed through it. My brother, whoever feels and believes that Allah is all-knowing of all things, then he will be much calmer. In the Quran, there are approximately 150 mentioned sentences related to Allah all-knowing. One of them is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which reads, "Anything good that happens to you, Prophet, is from God. Anything bad is, ultimately, from yourself. We have sent you as a messenger to people. God is sufficient witness." An-Nisa verse 79. Friends of Islamic Galleries, in the Hadith has clearly explained that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a substance of the all-knowing and see everything in the heart of man. He will recompense them for what they used to do. In the all-guarding, he knows all the circumstances of his creatures and count what they have earned. If this meaning is really ingrained in one's heart, it is also strong belief in his heart of the knowledge of God towards him. That God knows his state both in birth and inwardly. Then he gave birth to the perfect belief that God is all-knowing. Seeing his condition, hearing his words, watching his every move at all times. Even every blink of his eye. God created every organ of ours and Allah knows his needs. So God created air and oxygen. Although we do not understand the ins and outs of lungs and oxygen, God knows what our needs are and how our needs are fulfilled. Friend of the Islamic Gallery, 70% of our bodies are water. And Allah knows our need for water. Without food, maybe we can still survive for a relatively long period of time, but our bodies won't last long without water. Therefore Allah created water and suffice us with abundance of water. Indeed, Allah knows our needs. Allah has given us our needs perfectly and proportionally. Friends of the Islamic Gallery, the feeling of prejudice that we always feel supervised by Allah is a form of worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is obligatory for a servant in the life of this world to keep his heart, in order to always feel supervised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't be afraid unless it's just him. Keep the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and avoid his prohibitions. When a man know he's watched over and seen by Allah, he will be ashamed of his creation, glorifying him, fearing, loving, submissive, and always doing good. In the Quran, he said, "Whether you keep your words secret or state them openly, he knows the content of every heart." How could he who created not know his own creation, when he is the most subtle, the all-aware, Quran Surah Al-Mulk verse 13 to 14. Friends of the Islamic Gallery, goodness in the world and in the hereafter, we will not be able to accomplish it unless with this feeling of being watched by God. Let a Muslim observe what he has done for the life of this world and the hereafter. Is it a good deed that will save him? Or an evil deed that will destroy him? Maybe that's all I can say. May we can reap the wisdom and blessings of this knowledge, so that we can always be useful in improving our lives and preparing for a real life in the hereafter. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.